4Runner, sold as of yesterday or 2 days ago. Definitely put in more money into that car than I got back out. But there is an
Priceless.
interesting parallel with Akiyas in Japan that I was sort of thinking about as I was selling this car. I had a lot of prospective buyers come to me and kind of be like, yeah, I'm looking for a real beater, something I can smash up. Like this looks
Damn.
perfect. Like, like kind of talking negatively. And it's just such a turnoff as a seller to have someone talk about, something that you put so much energy into that way. And it's like, I refused a few buyers because I was like, no, I just don't want to sell to this person. So I think the parallel with Akiya's is don't talk negatively about the properties. When we're going in negotiations in the West, a lot of times we'll point out all the flaws and use that as like a negotiation tactic.
It's
But
their precious baby.
yeah, especially if it's an old couple or maybe the sons or daughters that are selling it grew up there or whatever. They've got a lot of fond memories there. I think it's the same thing. No one wants you to talk negatively about potentially their childhood home or a house that they really do love. Me as the seller, I was like, yeah, I can totally see it. If you go into an Akiya and start saying all these negative things about it, they're going to be like, I don't want to sell to this person.
Welcome to the Buying a House in Japan podcast, the #1 Akiya podcast in the world. We're joined today with the three homies. We got Joey in the house and we got Eric's son, Eric Senpai in the house.
Yeah, how's it going, guys? Good to be back.
Good. You got some big news.
Yeah, we successfully closed on the Ichiman yen $69 home. Yeah.
Congratulations. Wait, so so last time we chatted, I thought you had actually closed, or in my memory, you had already closed, but no, you had put an offer in, or
I
last
thought
time.
I thought it was accepted, or maybe I didn't close or it was accepted. Who knows? Either way,
Something
it's
in
official for
process.
sure now. And I've actually seen it now. Like I only had pictures before, but Jay was over there and kindly went and toured it. And I have 3 bedrooms upstairs with 3 separate staircases to each bedroom. So
Interesting. Harry Potter.
yeah, and maybe I can move them around.
But
Yeah, I
what
think
else did they say about your house? Was he stoked or is he like, this is a piece of shit?
there were some serious spiders that he was not a fan of outside the house. I think overall though, he was like pretty good buy. He said I had my work cut out. But
Do you think Japan has just more spiders in general? Like, I just feel like every single Akiya we've ever been to, we've had to get a spider stick, and Joey's usually the one like waving it in front of him. Like,
there's definitely, yeah. I mean, even in Misawa, where I grew up, there was always plenty of spiders. And then as you went south or you went to like other bases on like traveling trips, they would have serious big spiders at other bases. So
Like that park near the house in Tokyo. If you just go to like Take, imagine the walk to the lookout, right?
yeah,
When you're walking along that little boardwalk section of it and you look in the trees there, it's all spiders. Like it's all those big black and yellow ones. Like I do think there's a lot of spiders in Japan.
When I was back in July I think it was July or August, for the fireworks festival in Nagaoka, shout out #1 fireworks festival in the world. Truly, it is actually #1. Or like biggest fireworks in the world. But we had to cross the bridge, and while we walked across the bridge, the railing, nothing but spiders, just caked in spiders. And I would have to like warn people, like, hey, don't touch the railing. You will get Klingons.
the spiders don't bite though. I feel like, right? These are just like huntsman spiders or something. They
They're
eat like
all
other bugs.
they're all chill. The ones that look really black and yellow, the black and yellow ones that are around are non-venomous, but they look heinous. So
Yeah. We we went to go check out a property in Tosa Shimizu down in Kochi, and then like there was one tatami room where there's just like a fossilized dead spider. It's like a huge looking thing just looking at us. I'm like, oh, that's so I look fossilized from my
Half
perspective.
tarantula. I thought I saw a tarantula on that property.
Yeah. So
wow.
you
Do they have tarantulas in Japan?
definitely.
Definitely. Okay, it's confirmed. Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
I
We saw
by
something that
my eyes. Yeah.
It might as well be a tarantula type of deal.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So
Yeah.
if you're looking at buying an Akiya, just be ready. I think the insect game is pretty hardcore. Like cockroaches,
Yeah.
geckos. So not geckos aren't.
As you get south,
spiders.
Okinawa geckos for sure. We had geckos in our house in Okinawa.
There's like giant hornets Dude, those are crazy, like the
Oh
murder
yeah,
hornets.
Oh yeah,
Suzumibati.
those. I had a bunch of dried up ones in my first house that I bought. I just swept them up. Yeah.
So can you walk between your houses, or like how close is this property to your old one again?
This one's about a 7-minute drive. This one's port side, and I'm inland, my main house. My other house, my sister's house, if you will, is about a 2-minute drive. So it's like a nice walk with a dog type of deal that I could walk to my sister's house. And that one is in between the other one. So I would be 2 minutes closer to the 7-minute away house.
Erik, for
What's
the
around this?
listeners here, where is this house? Give us a quick
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spark Note version of what's happening.
These houses are all in Terado-Mari village, which is a small village outside of Nagaoka, Niigata, Japan, or outside of Tsubame Sanjo, Japan, however you want to look at it. But we belong to Nagaoka City, but we usually go to Tsubame Sanjo for our like train stop on the Shinkansen.
What's around this port house? Is it like, are you kind of more downtown than the first house, or
Yeah, I'm 3 blocks from the fish market, like, and it's considered the
go.
fish market of Niigata, like high class crab town. That's what they. Yeah, everybody around like Niigata Prefecture, if you say, "Oh, I live in Terado-Mari," they'll throw up 2 fingers and clap like a crab, and
Really?
and they're like, "Oh, you're from Crab Town," you know, like
Welcome to the Crap Town,
all
baby.
right, we
yeah,
got to go to Crabtown. I want to go to
yeah.
Crabtown.
And then yeah, there's just like when you're at the fish market or like the fish boardwalk, if you will. It's not even really a fish market. It's more like you walk along the main street, and it's on the port side, obviously, and there's all these stores selling fresh seafood and or having restaurants and stuff, and it's all really really high quality. So
Have you had anyone come visit you in Terra do Mari yet?
oh yeah, I've had
Where do they stay? What's the nicest hotel in Terra do
oh
Mari?
they stay with me, but
Oh, they stay with you?
yeah, I mean I'm the nicest hotel in
Eric's,
Terradoma.
Eric's the mayor, bro. You didn't realize this? Erik Domadi this is his
Yeah.
town now.
It is kind of a tourist trap spot because we have the port, which I'm also 2 blocks away from the port that you can take to
Oh,
Sado Island, right?
Villa Voix looks nice.
Yeah,
Voix
Villa
Hotel.
Voix is pretty premium.
Erik,
Yeah,
you have 3 homes there now, right?
yeah, three houses.
3
So
homes.
26,000, 13,000, and $69.
Wow, going down
So
$69 here. Can you go any lower?
I don't think so, but I definitely with this last realtor that we worked with, he specializes in these Ichimonyen homes,
Oh, for
the
real.
seller agent. So Yoshi and myself just told him like, hey, when you get another one, just throw it past us, if you don't mind. And
Nice.
yeah, so hopefully maybe another one will come up. Oh, sorry, ADD moment. Spiders. Yoshi taught me something about the spiders in Japan. There's like
Okay, let's hear it.
a general Japan rule is you do not kill spiders at nighttime. You only kill spiders in daytime. The nighttime belongs to them. And so if they're out and about doing their thing, it's like, oh, it's okay. But during the daytime, they shouldn't disturb you. And so then it's okay to like sweep them up and put them outside or whatever. In true Buddhist fashion, to not kill another
Got it.
creature, You
I
ever
won't
heard
be
that? No?
never heard of that,
Oh,
but
okay.
Never heard of that. I don't think it
got
makes
that wrong. I'm
sense.
killing the spiders if it's for money.
He's like, I don't care day or
I'm
night.
a murderer, okay?
I just put them.
I don't
I just
care.
put them outside, get rid of the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
All right,
Fair.
we'll remember that one, Erik.
Yeah. Don't kill them at nighttime.
Back to the price. I don't technically like. I've been doing. I've been scraping a bunch of Japanese real estate websites out there. Based on how the data is structured, I don't think you can put a price. If you're like a Japanese real estate agent putting a listing up on At Homes or whatever, I think the minimum is probably Ichiman. I don't think you can go lower than 1 man, just the way the system is
Right.
built.
Right.
So I don't think you'll ever see a property
Less.
on AkiyaMart or the Japanese real estate websites for less than 1 man.
Yeah.
Unless we do it ourselves, Joey.
Ichiman yen
maybe
is
on-
free, right? Like, and we just absorb the $69. Is that what you're saying? Like,
I think the base, like I don't think these sites let you put a non-positive price on it, but maybe like a smaller real estate website that's specializing in Akiya banks, you might see a 0 yen house, but I think for the major ones, you're not going to see anything less than 1 man.
they have to put a dollar holder.
They have to put $1. Yeah, equivalent.
Erik, what are you gonna do with these houses, man? You got 3 houses. I know we'll talk about you moving to Japan. What's Beth think about all these this collection?
I'm really hoping that the Teda Domari house is a solid like midterm stay home, maybe short-term stay home. Maybe
Mhm.
I get my Minpaku license and go for short-term stay. And then the other house, a $13,000 one that's my sister's, but she only uses it a little bit. I think she's interested in having me use it for midterm stay. For people wanna try out Akiya lifestyle, like you wanna figure out what it's like, or maybe you wanna test the area out and see if you want to buy an Akiya in that area, then you I mean, it's kind of a big step to stay long term in a place, right? But if
Yeah.
if you could rent feasibly a midterm stay, would people do that? Like, would people pay a lot less for a month or 2 months?
Try before you buy. Would you consider selling? Would your sister consider selling that place if we have a listener that wants to move there? No?
No.
No,
No.
no.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And like, yeah, I think we like our area. There's another house there. If somebody wants right next to me, 2 houses down from me. It's been for sale maybe, I don't know, 2, 3 years. It's really nice. It's renovated. I met the selling agent, Sato-san, and it's 55,000, but it's fully renovated, like turnkey, ready to go with 4-car parking. So,
Quick plug, we have a purchasing program, AkiyaMart Direct. Eric is kind of leading the charge there. So if you are interested in buying a property, specifically this property next to Eric's home, shoot us an email at contact@akiya-mart.com. Like that
yeah,
organic ad I threw in there.
I'll show you the world. Yeah.
All right, so big news. You got the keys to the house, but even bigger news, you're
Mm.
planning not a trip. Tell us about your move, Eric.
Yeah, we fly out in a few days to stay semi-indefinitely in Japan.
Congrats, Mo.
Thanks,
Ba-ba-bow.
thanks. Yeah, I didn't say it with so much excitement, mainly because I have so much going on right before we leave, and yeah, we're taking boxes to the post office. I'm shipping one of my cars to try and figure that out. Plus, we just did the health check for our dog, but then we still have to receive the certificate and then send it, like email it to the quarantine office, and so there's just a lot of moving pieces that I'm trying to balance so that everything goes correctly. Meanwhile, also making sure that clients are really happy going through the buying process and everything like that too. Can't let that slide.
$1 million moment for you, Eric here. What's stressing you out the most now? You're
Oh,
T
I had
minus
the
what?
exact same
One
question.
week?
Visa approval. Visa
Oh, no. Okay.
that is definitely like I can't do anything about it. I can't affect it, right? And it should already, in theory, if I would have applied at a different office, I could have already been approved by now. But because my submission goes through the Tokyo head office from Niigata, it takes longer.
So why move before you get that approved? Is it just like now's the window of opportunity, or
It's winter
what was the
time, so
thinking?
we would be there anyways through the winter. We know,
Powderhound.
yeah, we should have already been approved anyways. So I'm figuring like within the next 3 to 6 months, we'll get approved. And if not, I can always come back. Like I'm not selling my house just yet. But I did sell all my vehicles. So yeah,
So when you get the certificate of eligibility, you don't have to leave the country and come back in?
correct. You don't have to. You can go to an immigration office for them to finalize everything inside of Japan. So
Okay.
my visa coordinator told me like, "Hey, if we need to," she's like, "Even I can go do it if you want in Tokyo, or I can give you all the paperwork to do it in Niigata at that immigration." But so we got options.
So for the listener, Eric is applying for the business manager visa, and he hit the window before they made that $200,000 capital whatever infusion change.
Mm.
Eric, give us the quick spark noted version. Like, what's been the journey thus far? When did you start this process? When did you submit your application? And how long have you been waiting for?
I submitted my application over the summer, maybe
August.
yeah, like in August when I was there for the fireworks. And it's been on edge, right? Because everybody didn't know what was going to happen with the policies. And then it came out like, hey, they're raising the business manager visa cash injection that you need is to 200,000 US dollars roughly, and one full time Japanese employee. Um, so we are grandfathered in with the old rules, but we have 3 years to meet the new rules, which is plenty of time. I'm not concerned about that at all. So
It's interesting that like we've had other folks in our circles who have applied and gotten the approval way faster. For example, Fukuoka.
yeah.
It's strange that again, like I think you have both, everyone that a lot of other people we know have like a lot more business valid reasons and more connections to Japan, and yet it's taken a long time. So it's strange that you haven't been approved yet. In
It's
my
just
mind,
Tokyo, I think, is the real issue here.
Maybe they will deny me.
no.
Don't say that.
It's,
But I think it is. I think it's just Tokyo is backed up,
is-
and it's unfortunate that Hokuriku, like Niigata, those areas, they lean on the Tokyo bureau instead of having one in. Uh, what was the
having
name of the
yeah,
town you're in?
it's a branch
Novaoka.
office, and yeah, I like when I originally applied, I thought that it would all go through the Niigata office, but then it goes through the Niigata office, and then they batch it, and then they send it to Tokyo. So it might even be, arguably, it might even be slower than Tokyo because you're waiting for it to get batched and sent to Tokyo and them to approve it, or maybe they fast stamp it once they get it to Tokyo. I don't know. It's a black box of visas.
All right, Eric. If when you do get approved, shoot us a text message. We will take tequila shots, no
Yeah,
matter
well,
where we are.
sake bombs and tequila shots for sure.
Sake bombs and tequila.
I've got
Sake
a
bombs and tequila shots.
I got a list of the immigration bureau offices. There's like 10: Sapporo, Sendai, Tokyo, Yokohama, Nagoya, Osaka, Kobe, Hiroshima, Takamatsu, Fukuoka, and Naha.
Yeah, and
Nothing
Niigata is
Hokuriku. Yeah.
nothing. Yeah, sad.
All right, let's transition back to your move here. So you're based out of Minnesota. Your background is different. You've taken off all your hats. Like, is it hitting you now that this is all real, that you are moving to Japan potentially permanently?
Yeah, I mean, it's already been in the mindset for a while. That's why I think it's most frustrating about the visa thing, because I want to do the rest of the stuff that I need to do, but I can't without that. So I'm like, I'm stuck in like purgatory of sorts, right? Like
Mhm.
I'm already checked in, but they're like, no, you're in a waiting room, bro. So
How are you shipping your stuff over? Just like boxes, shipping container? I know you're bringing furniture, maybe cars. So
yeah, furniture's waiting. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. Obviously, maybe until I get a visa approval or I have 1 year done with the visa and I have it renewed. I am shipping the car because it's very Japanese-esque. It's a 1967 Datsun Roadster. So, and I really wanted to learn what it's like to ship and what it's like to register a car like that from experience wise. And it's like my little prized possession.
so you're shipping the car originally from Japan back to Japan.
Yeah, on the serial, the VIN plate, it says Yokohama, Japan right on it, and that will be the port that we are shipping it directly to. So I'm hoping they'll go easy on me and be like, "Oh, welcome home. Well, welcome home,
So you didn't
Dato-san."
want to put it in storage in America and just get
You
another
don't want to just sell it?
dope car
No?
in Japan?
No, this car's, I would say it's more rare even in Japan than it is here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there was a lot of custom work done to it to the point where I think it'll be very unique. Like you don't see Hakujin driving around a 1960s classic
You'll get
Japanese
some
car
head turns for sure.
in Niigata of all places, right? Like they'll be like, "What is?"
Mayor's coming, baby.
Yeah, they might actually think I stole it because it's just so far fetched that I would be driving that car in Japan.
Right? And actually, big news, Joey. What's happening with your truck?
Sold. Sayonara. So the Forerunner
The
is
Forerunner?
sold. Yeah. Actually, there's that interesting parallel I see. Well, oh, sorry. The Forerunner is gone. This is a car that I've had for maybe past 5 years, and I put a lot of work into it. Very first car I've ever owned, and I held on to it for a long time. I asked a bunch of people when I first bought it, like, what car do you remember most fondly in your life? And everyone, like 100%, 10 out of 10 people said their very first car. So I was like, oh, what do I do with this information? And I held on to this car for a long time. It had a lot of problems, but slowly over time, I put in the sweat equity and solved all those problems. And I believe it is running pretty good right now.
That makes a really good point because I asked Yoshi-san previously, "Hey, why don't people sell some of their old homes? Like, why do they just let them sit abandoned?" And he's like, they love to hold on to the idea that they might return. and to the memories. They're like, the taxes are almost nothing, right? And if they sell it, they know they'll never return and their
Yeah.
memories are gone, right? But if they hold on to it, even though it's abandoned and they never go to it, the idea is that they could return to it. And he said that is a reason for a lot of people actually still holding on to their Akiyas, like that have owned them or inherited them.
Before we let go of the Forerunner, I think my favorite story, Joey, bringing it back here. Joey had just bought the car and when he was living with me in Hawaii, and he was fixing it, and his back window lock wasn't working, and he's like working on it for like a couple days in the garage, and he comes into the kitchen. It was me and my roommate, and he brings the lock, and he's like, the lock works. I just hit it with a hammer, and it's working all of a sudden. And my roommate's like, good life analogy. Sometimes you just got to hit life with a hammer.
Wait, was it in Hawaii?
Yeah, he bought it in Hawaii.
And you shipped it back to Canada?
So this was during like still pandemic was raging at this time. Like I just got the very first vaccination. Like it was still at the peak there. And they had a deal, whatever, I can't remember the name of the company that was shipping cargo from Hawaii back to California. But they had some kind of promotion. It was like normally $2,000 and they're like right now $600 to ship a vehicle back to the mainland. So I was like, on top of everyone saying, oh, the car that they remember most fondly in their life was their very first car. I was sort of thinking, I was leaving Hawaii and I was like, do I resell this car or do I keep it? And then I saw this promotion and I was like, okay, this is fake.
Gotta ship it.
Yeah, so I shipped it.
Car had good memories. I road trip with you across the United States. It like broke down. You were like so stoked to fix it on the side of the road.
Yeah, like in Joshua Tree, it broke down on the side of the road and it was just like some accessory belt slipped off and just put the accessory belt back on and like took off again.
We were with our friend. I remember she was like, Joey's so happy. You're like busting out your toolbox, getting in the car. He's like so excited that your car broke on the side
I mean,
of the road.
especially like to be able, like a car breaks down in the desert and to be able to like fix it, get it back on the road like in a tiny minute. That's like what
that's a life
what
achievement.
We trained for. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we trained.
Yeah. You don't have to call AAA. What a win.
Yeah.
All right, Eric. Sorry for the segue here. So cars are gone. What's your car setup in Japan right now? Like, what's the quiver?
Oh yeah, we've got our first car, 2008 Subaru Legacy Wagon GT.
Sick.
Snowboard rack, ready to roll. And we purchased for Beth a bright highlighter green yellow Suzuki Jimmy late model, and then we purchased a 2008 Toyota Alphard minivan, all-wheel drive.
You got the Alphard?
Yeah, we got a black Alphard ready. We're trying to get ready to be able to rent. Obviously, I need business manager visa so I can get my rental license and rent the minivans. And then the most recent purchase to replace the S15 that I sold here, I bought another Silvia S15 in Japan. Like literally the day after or the day of that I sold it here, I immediately bid on one at auction and scooped it up. So.
Did you just like come up big, like by selling one in the like cost wise? Did you come up, or was it about equal transfer?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely came up because the one I have here is like really really dialed in, real nice wheels, all modified nicely. So that one sold on the high end, but it's silver one here, and I've always really wanted a blue one. So the one I found in Japan, and their blue ones are more rare. So I managed to get a factory, like real, like nothing modified, nothing touched at all, in blue, spec R in Japan, which is much more desirable from like a collector or like a resale standpoint than the silver one that I already sold. So in theory, yeah, I probably came up like maybe, I don't know, 16K on the sale.
Damn, that's sick. Joey and I, we have like one parking spot in Tokyo, so we have to be real strategic with our car. But actually now, Joe, we have the
you might have
coin
like
laundry.
8 parking spots.
Yeah. Oh, can you use the parking spots from the coin laundry to register your cars?
It's not ours yet.
But I mean, like, but once it is, you could technically.
Yeah, we actually, and then the 2 sides of the building, apparently.
The 2 side ones are the best.
Yeah. There's like 5 in front and then a big space on either side. No one really parks there because if someone could block you in. But
couple weeks till you close.
The current situation is everyone's on board and we're waiting approval from the landlord.
Oh, okay.
So we'll do a full episode on this, but we've sent the landlord a handwritten letter with a Starbucks gift card.
Starbucks gift card? You gave him Starbucks?
Starbucks $20 gift card.
Again, imagine you're selling your car that you loved, and someone writes you a handwritten letter saying how much they love the car, and here's $20 Starbucks
Dude,
gift card. Like,
they
that's
can
the
have my car.
strategy we're employing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They can have it.
I mean, because that would probably be the honestly the best offer that I would have received, you know?
Yep.
Nobody came at me with a Starbucks gift card, but I would have taken it.
All right, Eric, what else are you prepping? Took a long segue on cars. What else are you prepping? What other things are you doing right now? You hair on fire with things to do?
Yeah, I packed a snowboard bag full of stuff. Packing all of our suitcases, you know, early. I usually like literally when I'm going to Japan, even for months on end, I usually just pack the night before. And in this case, I'm
Oh,
packing
bro.
I'm packing days before, and I'm like, "Oh, this is so unnatural." But I'm trying to figure out what I need to ship. And then for everything else, I'm just throwing it in a box and taking it to USPS and shipping it. And it's like, I don't know, right around $100 a box, I feel like. So,
What do you have to do on the US side? I guess maybe it's not official yet, but like as a tax resident or something like that, any forms you need to fill out to be like, "Hey, US, I'm leaving."
no, when I do file later on, I have to file there's a special form that basically I made. I forget, you know, ChatGPT told me what it was. It's just basically that I have foreign earned income.
Hell yeah. So have you
When
filed taxes yet in Japan? Or this next year is going to be the first official year you file personal taxes or
Yeah, I think it'll be this next year. Yeah.
When you were like, when you first started the visa process and you're collecting documents, how long was that before you actually submitted? Like, how long does it take to go from zero to submitting an application?
I feel like it was maybe about 3 months time,
3 months.
you
Okay.
know? You have to develop your CV, you have to fill out all the forms on, like, what your business plan's gonna be, set your salary. Yeah, like, a lot of those things, and then send forms back and forth, like passport or whatever official documents you have to send back and forth. I feel like it took about 3 months. Maybe it could be a lot faster, but, we've been pretty casual. No, I wasn't stressed at all.
Casually 3 months. If this is like the only thing you're doing in life, you think you could rush it in 1 month?
Yeah, I think you could. As long as the company you're working with is prepared to do that as well. Like if they're sending you the request for the information that they need right away. Yeah.
what are you doing with your current house? Just kind of shutting it down for the winter?
Yeah, I'm letting one of my guys stay here if he wants. Um
House
well,
party at Eric's. Let's go.
yeah, and then my neighbors are kind of caring for it, and it's just like a communal effort to take care of Eric's home. And everybody's telling me that they're gonna have parties, including Take. So
Yep. Yep.
yeah.
Next AkiyaMart offsite, Eric's
Yeah.
address.
It's a pretty dope house, I think, for parties, which I don't really throw. Like I have a fire pit in the back and everything, and a deck and tiki torches. So
Next offsite,
I've
Eric's
even
house.
yeah, I even have a heater, like one of those, you know, like those restaurant like big lamp flame heaters and stuff. So I feel like you can accommodate groups of people.
All right, Eric, for the listener here who is thinking about, hey, America's too expensive, I'm going to buy a house in Japan and I'm going to move to Japan. What advice do you give that person or what should they start thinking about? It's a lot of moving parts, right?
Yeah. What advice when you're just starting? Um, do it. Just do it.
There we
Do it.
go.
Do it, lady. No, and I mean that, and like what I mean by that is buy the house, right? That's what I did, right? I bought the house, and then I had a place to work from. When I was applying for my visa, I had an address that I could register as my business and my house because I had two different buildings. So I did a couple things that I thought would be strategically correct by buying a house with a separate building that I could register the business to. But then even if you didn't do that, just having a place to operate from and an office that you'd want to submit all your paperwork to in Japan for your visa. But it all starts from that point, right? That house point. So when I say just do it, it means just start.
Buy the house. AkiyaMart Direct.
Yeah.
I do think like renting to go like purchasing is like we've been through the process enough times personally, but also we've been helping a lot of clients purchase in Japan too. Check out our AkiyaMart Direct program; we can help you buy. But I do think if you're trying to like move to Japan and not buy a house and like rent right away, like it's more. I feel like renting is more difficult in Japan. than
Yeah.
Totally.
purchasing a house. Like, you're gonna need to get your bank account set up and a Japanese phone number and a guarantor company and like got to deal with Shikikin, Reikeen and like all those extra fees. Like, I just feel like if you
Mhm.
can find an affordable house, like buying is the simpler option if it's within your budget.
I had a budget to do either, and I actually felt like renting might actually be worse on my budget than what I mean, because my house was, I don't know, all in maybe 4 million yen or something, right? 4.5. And if you're looking at a rental, you what you have all the you have all those different like move-in fees and everything else, and then it's all gone too. I mean, on
Yeah.
top of it, we all know that, and it's like the obvious, right? But yeah, you might still be out like what 2 million yen or something. I
So
don't
you
know.
know how we're like, oh, there's no bidding wars in Japan, and like when you're purchasing a property, most of the time, I have heard that maybe it's changing, but most of the time it's first come, first serve. But I've heard a
Mm,
lot that there are bidding wars for apartments, especially in Tokyo with
yeah,
the Shikikin Reikeen. If someone's trying to rent an apartment, someone might come and be like, maybe the landlord's saying, okay, 6 months rent for Reikeen or whatever,
bribe
right?
your
Basically
way in.
6 months gift. Other people will come and be like, I'll give you 9 months rent or whatever, as a
Yeah,
gift to the landlord. So there are bidding wars with rentals in Tokyo.
yeah, and I guess if you want to be in Tokyo, and you're comparing properties there, then yeah, like maybe rental still makes sense because it's so expensive for a Tokyo property. I mean, what do you guys think is what can you get a Tokyo property for in any of the wards or
Hun-
outskirts?
115, I think, for something immediately livable.
Yeah.
115K, I think, Joe.
115,000, I kind of think for like turnkey.
I think I would even just push up to 200 at
Oh,
this point.
really? You
Yeah,
can't find
depends on
anything in the 70 range?
Oh, sorry, I meant outside the wards. Sorry, we're
Oh,
talking
that's fine.
house, right? Not a condo. House.
Yeah, house.
House in Tokyo Prefecture. So I'm saying outside the 23 wards. So like Tama, where we bought, I do think based on like what I'm seeing in the market, like 115, 20K for something that you can move in right away.
within the 23 wards. I think we've been looking. I think 300,
Yeah, 2 to
maybe
300.
400
Oh
at this
my
point.
Condos
dang.
different though. I do think condos within the 23 wards, you can't find it. You're not going to get Ebisu or Daikanyama, but you're going to get Adachi-ku, Kotoku for like 70K, 80K.
Okay.
But I also do think, like, man, again, we've talked a lot about Tama pros and cons. I think our Tama house is a solid A now. Also, from the aspect that like Tokyo's going to keep expanding further out.
Yeah.
I think I don't know how they determine the 23 wards, but voting Tama to be the 24th ward if they do expand because it's coming.
Nice.
There's a lot of people there.
Bought it
Might,
as a B, turned into an A.
It's
yeah.
definitely an A now. All right, Eric, with you leaving, what are you going to miss about America? What's your final meals? Like, I know you have
Mexican
your
food, hands
okay, you
down.
got the Minnesota
Yeah.
tacos, Twin Peaks taco blog. I don't know if they're
Yeah.
still running it, but
I don't very much. I don't
okay.
do it very much.
Okay, Mexican food. What else? Taco Bell? No Taco Bell. Is Taco Bell Mexican food?
No, no. What are you trying to do, man? You in
Chalupas, bro. I
California.
love chalupas though.
Cheesy gordita crunch. Yeah, I mean Mexican food, we're definitely trying to recreate as much as possible there. Baking. I don't have an oven yet.
Yep.
I was going to talk to my gas company about getting an oven, so we can bake and share baked goods with our Japanese friends because I know that's a pretty big thing for Japanese. They don't have our type of baked goods like cakes and stuff like that. They have cakes, obviously, but they're different.
Mhm.
They have different cuts of sugar and stuff, so they're always like pretty mellow, right? So they go crazy when you give them a high dose of diabetic American cakes.
Let's go, baby.
What else do you really gosh, I don't really miss much.
What? You're not gonna miss. And what else are you gonna miss? This is your last week in America. Like you've nothing. It's time. Goodbye, America. So farewell.
Fluoride in my water? I don't know.
Your water.
Terrible internet connection.
All right.
I'm struggling to find
This
things
guy's
that I'll
done with
miss.
America. He's done.
Yeah. Fluoride in my water was a joke. And everybody, just don't worry. Yeah, I'm just like looking around my office as you asked that question to try and get ideas.
You're gonna
of things
miss
that
the
I would
trash
do.
situation. What's your trash
Oh,
situation?
yeah,
Oh
you're
Just
gonna
gotta
miss
yeah,
that.
just
yeah.
put everything
Trash is
in one thing,
easy
right?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got 2 bins. I got a recycling bin and a regular bin. I load them up and I put them out, and they're done. Yeah, I will miss trash. That's very fair.
Got him, Joey. Good work.
Dang it. I'm gonna come
Okay.
back with my trash just to get rid of it, so I don't have to do it in Japan.
Final question for you. What are you most excited about in Japan at this point? Like when you get there on the ground, what's going to be like the first thing you're like, oh, I got to go do this or eat here?
I'm a foodie, number
Okay.
1. You can't see me right now. I mean, you guys can, but the audience can't. I didn't get a haircut since I left Japan. So I've been back maybe 6 months. And I got Art Space by Ricky, Art Space Ricky in my town, like a little
Is
bit
that a haircut guy?
Art
haircut
Space
guy.
Ricky.
And I asked Yoshi the other day, I was like, hey man, can you make me an appointment? And he's like, yeah, I got you. And I was like, I've never had a perm before, but Ricky does male
No.
perms. So I'm looking forward to my new perm. And I'm cutting this beard off and just basically a complete makeover. Maybe I'll look like a blonde yakuza or something with a perm. And then food. Yeah, number 1 is food though, for sure. So
All right. Podcast cover. We're not going to release this for a few weeks. Eric, send us a killer photo of the perm. It will be
all right.
it's game time. It's going to be the podcast cover. Eric with blonde highlights
I
and a
will
perm.
I will use Legally Blondes. Get out of if you know the reference, like if you wash your hair with right after your perm, it'll wash it all out because the chemicals will get washed out, right, from a perm. So if I don't like it, I will wash it out. But
Joey texted me. He was up in Hokkaido, or Joey, I don't know where you were, but Joey went to go get a haircut. He was like, it was so bad, I shaved my entire head.
oh wow, I
got
think my
really
best
bad
haircut ever was
haircut.
the one that I had 6 months ago with Ricky. So that's
There you
why I
go.
was like, I'm going back. So poor Joey, Hokkaido haircut.
I have not had good hair. Once I had a good haircut in Beppu, but then I went back to the guy and it was a bad haircut. So I was like, is that a
What?
fluke? Or so I've been learning how to cut my own hair.
Hey, well, if you are in Niigata and you want a sick haircut, Ricky Arts, what's his name? What's the last plug
like
here?
Art Space Ricky.
Art Space Ricky. We'll drop him a link in the show notes if you're happy to be in town.
In Tsubame Sanjo area. So
there we go. Cool, Eric. Well, hey, best of luck on the move. I hope Frida, Beth, everyone makes it there safe and sound. Hopefully the visa, we get some good news there, and we'll see you in February, I hope. And I want to check out that yakiniku table. That looks dope. All right.
Thanks, guys.
See you, boys.
See you, Eric. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Buying a House in Japan. If you find the show helpful or at least entertaining, give us a 5-star rating. Takes 5 seconds and really goes a long way.
If you or someone you know is looking for a Japanese home, check out AkiyaMart.com, our English-friendly site that lets you browse over 500,000 listings. That's AkiyaMart.com to find your dream home in Japan.
If you've got questions or feedback, drop us a line. Email contact@akiyamart.com. You can also find us on Instagram as well as TikTok, where we post properties, tips on the home buying process, and updates on our own purchases and renovations.
Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next week.